I'm Christina Hall and I'm the Training and Communications Manager for Australian BioCommons. The other half of the team is here too, that's Melissa Burke, and you'll hear more from her, as Celia said, straight after me. Our boss, Jeff Christensen, is not here, but he is a key contributor to what we offer as well. Now, we're part of a team of 14 people at BioCommons dispersed across Australia at different universities that work intensively together and collaborate really closely with a long list of valued partners. So just a quick context setting look at where our bioinformatics training program fits in. The Australian BioCommons is building digital capability for Australian life scientists, and it's the BioCommons mission to support life science research with digital infrastructure at community scale. It's to enable access to the right computational services that life science researchers need, be they new or existing, and to provide our community members with the bioinformatics training they need to do their best work and to capitalise on these growing digital capabilities that BioCommons is building. Now, the way that we do this is by intensive community engagement to understand researchers' challenges and also by producing community roadmaps towards shared solutions. The BioCommons actions the recommendations in a variety of ways. It may be by raising awareness and removing blockages, or by streamlining existing resources, or even designing completely new services, but all by partnering with the right people and making connections that bring together organisations that can deliver on shared goals. We have a lot of different projects that are working closely with various global communities too. And for examples that are relevant to training, we have a collaboration strategy between Elixir and Australian BioCommons. And our training advisory group has many international members, and some of them are present tonight also. So the training component of Australian BioCommons aims to bring along a wide variety of researchers to connect them with the services they need to uplift their research, all while exposing them to international best practice. And something to note too is that our funding stipulates that we have at least one-to-one co-contribution from partners across the entire program, meaning that our small team is really focused on partnerships. And that absolutely informs our training program. So we deliver together, we bring together a network of volunteer trainers and facilitators from across the country, or indeed across the world sometimes, and support them to develop and deliver engaging training. And in pandemic times, the focus has very much been on organising online workshops and webinars. In Melbourne, we are still in full lockdown with night curfews and restrictions on all movements outside the house, whereas my colleague Melissa, who I'm yet to meet in person since she started working over a year ago with us, is living a relatively normal life in sunny Brisbane, but anyway, I digress. In addition to the events that we've been organising, other elements that we know are key to our success are things like maintaining excellent partnerships internationally and nationally, finding and keeping a network of trainers and facilitators, and improving our compendium of training materials. And this is something that Melissa, who's speaking next, has put a lot of effort into recently. It's the verification of our training resources. So to give you a better idea of what our training looks like, here's the latest 10 hands-on virtual workshops that we ran. You can see that some are for absolute beginners, most are probably for the next step after that. And you'll notice that we regularly offer Galaxy training, which is a demonstration of our close relationship and underwriting of Galaxy Australia. What's perhaps not captured in these 10 examples is that we also regularly work with academics who have specialist topics that they'd like to share, and sometimes they need to share that with quite a small audience. But we'll assist them with developing their materials, we'll do the organising, and we'll bring a national audience to their workshop. Now, before lockdown, we spent a few years refining a method of delivering training to researchers all over Australia that we called a hybrid method. I'm hesitant to use the term now because hybrid means many different things to different people these days, but nonetheless, we were offering training simultaneously to groups all over the country that were meeting in person with local facilitators that we had pre-trained. So we were connecting them with connecting up live with expert trainers who could be anywhere in the world, but still offering high-level interactivity in a highly scalable way. We published this method earlier in the year in PLOS Computational Biology, and that comes with thanks to many in this community for their assistance with that. We wanted the publication to be a nice practical case study into what we did. So we included checklists and simple descriptions with the hope that others might be able to use elements for that in their own training as well. And so the link you see here will just take you straight to the paper if you're interested. So given those activities, we gathered a community of over 100 volunteers who helped us roll out workshops. And we also have lots of institutions in Australia that have excellent training programs of their own, but they're targeted to their own stakeholders. Now, after the enthusiasm for our previous collaborative training activities, we approached a group of training professionals from the set of organisations you see on the screen with the idea of participating in an informal cooperative that shared national training events. So each group puts forward a workshop and we collaborate to make it available to everyone at no cost. BioCommons does all of the organising and bringing people on board, and it has been excellent and will definitely grow the cooperative over time. So to give you a taste of the webinars that we offer, here's a list of the 10 latest topics. Again, we cover beginners through to more advanced topics, and we'll often showcase bioinformatics tools or platforms. And we've received feedback from the community that they like to attend our webinars to keep up to date with what's happening out there. So we often host international speakers. If you have a topic that you might like to share with an Australian audience, please let us know. So some of the team and some aligned activities were previously underway under a different name in Australia, but Australian BioCommons officially got started in February 2020. So in a little bit over 18 months, we've offered 32 webinars and 18 workshops. The numbers that we can cater for are somewhat limited given everything is now online, but we're really happy with what we've managed. I wonder if it's other people's experience too, but we're getting fewer people attending our webinars live, but more people watching the recordings. So we might need to think about how we report our metrics publicly. And we've also seen a great growth in a lot of communication activities that play a part in the training program. Our audiences across all platforms are growing. And we know we get a lot of registrations from Twitter campaigns, and we're getting about 2,000 new views per month on YouTube. And we're pleased with the take up of our newsletter too, our monthly newsletter. Importantly, we have just recently added a Zenodo registry for training materials, and we're getting great engagement with that as well. So thanks very much for listening. I'd like to finish with an invitation to the BioCommons showcase next month. I know the time zones are really difficult, but if you're interested in hearing more about us, please head to our website. You'll find more info there and you can let us know that you're coming. So thanks very much.